What if the Milky Way isn't quiet at all? What if right now, thousands of alien civilizations live among the stars? Empires stretching across constellations, navigating ancient trade routes, exchanging strange knowledge, occasionally waging cold wars in silence. And yet, here we are. No visitors, no messages, not even a whisper in the dark. But maybe it's not because no one's out there. Maybe it's because the universe just doesn't care if we exist. The stars as islands. Picture the galaxy not as a map, but as an ocean, an endless dark sea where each star is an island. Some are lifeless rocks, silent and sterile. Others, like Earth, are rare jewels in the vast cosmic reef. But just like ancient seafarers didn't sail across the oceans to conquer every grain of sand, perhaps alien civilizations didn't cross the stars to visit every rock. They sought only the good islands, the fertile ones, the ones where life could thrive. The rest, not worth the fuel. The Polynesians of the cosmos. Thousands of years ago, humans did something insane. We carved boats from trees and without maps or GPS set sail into the Pacific, a horizonless void filled with nothing but waves, storms, and death. We weren't sure where we were going. We only knew that there must be something out there. That spirit, that urge to discover, may not be unique to us. What if alien species too expanded slowly, not in a frenzy of conquest, but with patience, curiosity, and fear? They may have sailed the stars as we sailed the sea, generation by generation, island by island, star by star. But just as most of the Pacific remains uninhabited, perhaps most of the Milky Way is untouched. Too distant, too dangerous, too barren. Why most planets are a disappointment. Yes, the galaxy teems with planets, billions in the habitable zone. But habitable doesn't mean hospitable. Most are hellscapes, boiling skies, poison winds, frozen wastelands where the sun is just a pale star in the distance. Even Mars, the most exciting nearby candidate, is a nightmare. Its soil is toxic, its air is deadly, its gravity is harmful. Venus, a furnace that crushes, melts, and dissolves you within minutes. If even these nearby planets are brutal, what can we expect from those 50 or 100 light years away? The cost of expansion terraforming is possible, in theory, but it's not fast, it's not easy, and it's certainly not cheap. Even a super advanced species with AI and fusion energy would face a simple, brutal truth. Resources are finite. Time is precious. Why spend centuries and unimaginable energy to remake a Mars when you could find an Earth-like planet already waiting? But the real twist, even if you find a paradise, getting there takes generations. Imagine being born on a starship, living and dying in metal corridors, never seeing the destination, only passing the dream to your children. And when they arrive, what if it's a Venus? The economics of empire. So maybe galactic empires don't cover the whole Milky Way. Maybe they're scattered chains, tiny clusters of colonized worlds connected by thin threads of travel, trade, and culture. And maybe many of them collapsed. Civilizations rise, they burn bright, and then they fade. They run out of fuel, they split into factions, or they destroy themselves before the stars ever mattered. And what's left behind? Abandoned colonies, lost archives, relics orbiting dead suns, waiting to be discovered again. The silence of separation. Even if civilizations survive, distance breaks everything. Messages take decades to arrive, responses decades more. There is no live chat between the stars. Imagine if Earth's continents could speak only once per century. Would they feel united? Would they still be one species? Without communication, without genetic exchange, civilizations drift. Ideas evolve, and over time, those who left may no longer be the same as those who stayed. So, where are they? We may simply be in the wrong part of the galaxy. A backwater, a forgotten reef in the cosmic ocean, not important enough to visit, not interesting enough to colonize. And maybe that's a good thing. Maybe we've been given time to mature, to survive ourselves, to become more than what we are now. Because when contact finally comes, if it ever comes, it won't be with benevolent space siblings. It may be with strangers whose minds we cannot grasp, whose values are alien, whose history is written in supernovae. And by then, we better be ready. The beauty in being small. But maybe, just maybe, there's still hope. We might not be the first. We might not be the biggest. But we are still alive, still asking questions, still dreaming of the stars. So tonight, when you look up, remember, you may be standing on a tiny, beautiful island in the middle of a vast, ancient sea. And far across that sea, lights may flicker in the dark, not stars, but cities, silent, patient, waiting. Please subscribe now, where philosophy meets wonder, and every video brings you closer to the universe's deepest truths.